Hi, this is Alex, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what the hours are like teaching English in Vietnam, so that you know how much or how little you have to teach when you come out here, both to save a lot of money if that's something you want to do, or if you want to have a lot of extra free time to work on projects or do hobbies you enjoy and just spend time out here in Vietnam enjoying the country. So jobs in Vietnam typically pay per hour. So the amount you make depends on how many hours you teach per week and the salary you get per hour. And this is usually quoted in US dollars, although you'll be paid in Vietnamese dong. So what kind of hourly rates can you expect to get here in Vietnam? Well, that depends on a range of things, so I'm going to give you some examples. Don't take this as a hard and fast rule, as it may vary from school to school. But as a native English speaker from the UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, or Ireland, with a bachelor's degree in any subject, as well as a TEFL certification, an in-class one or an online one, then you can expect to make something around $18 per hour. Now, you may have seen in some of my other videos, I've mentioned how people can make as much as $20 to $25 per hour. So that is also the case, but I found that that's typically how it is if you just pick up a few hours from different schools here and there. You typically get a higher pay per hour. So that's okay, you can do that, but it comes with its own downsides. Namely, you're working with multiple schools, so dealing with different schools. You don't have a secure contract a lot of the time. You are not necessarily working on a legit work permit. So it can come with some headaches and complications. So what I recommend is you go with a school that will give you a solid number of hours and sponsor your work permits, as well as the business visa, and you'll get your pay on time. You'll know that you're working with a good school. And a school like that will typically offer you something like 15 to 25 teaching hours per week. So what if you're a native English speaker but you don't have a bachelor's degree? Well, you can typically get work here for a little bit less than what someone with a bachelor's degree would get, but still a pretty good hourly rate, a few dollars less than that $18 per hour. And you can still fill up your schedule nicely and make a good salary. And if you're a non-native English speaker, typically you can still find work if you are fluent in English. Your qualifications usually have to be a little bit higher. It's good if you have a bachelor's degree, especially if it's in education or English. A TEFL certification is pretty much a must, and you would want to do one of the in-class ones typically. I think in general, in-class one is best for most people, as schools recognize that, as well as giving you that confidence to step into a classroom. And again, for a non-native English speaker, it's going to be less per hour, and something along the range of $10 to $15 per hour. It is negotiable a lot of the time, but you can expect a little bit less as a non-native English speaker. So my recommendation for most people is, if you do have a bachelor's degree and are a native English speaker, definitely try get a job at one of the most reputable schools where you'll get a work permit, you'll get a solid contract, and then you can get a good number of hours from that school, and that'll typically be in that range of 15 to 25 hours. If you really do want to teach more, then you can pick up some hours at different schools, or you can do some tutoring, but you've got a solid base number of hours that you know you're going to get paid for. So that's a great option. And those are the kinds of schools that I work with, helping people set up interviews with and getting a job there, because I think overall it's good to have that stable environment at a good school. Alternatively, you can try pick up some hours and fill up your schedule in a more informal way. So how many hours then do you need to actually teach to live a great lifestyle or to save money? Well, that depends on you to a certain extent, but I would say you can live a fantastic, really, really nice lifestyle on $1,000 or less in Vietnam. Now, I've even made a video of how my one friend was living on like less than $600 per month. So if you are really good at saving and kind of frugal, then you can actually do fantastically and save a lot of money. But at $1,000 you can live a great lifestyle, and maybe that's probably what I spend per month. And I don't, I eat out a lot, I do cool things, so it's definitely possible. And then, of course, if you work that out, well, 15 hours of teaching per week would cover that. So at $18 per hour, 15 hours a week, and then you've covered your costs. And that's a lot of free time, over 15 hours per week. So if you do want to have a lot of extra time, you can get a job for that number of hours, and then you've got tons of extra time to do whatever you want. Go out and party, explore the country. If you want to work on hobbies and projects you have, you can do that. Now, if you want to save a lot of money, well, that's the other side of it. You can, do 25 hours a week and make $2,000 a month. And that's like an extra $1,000 over what you're spending. So that's really, really good. You can save a lot of money like that. And if you want to go extreme, you can pick up some extra teaching hours over and above that and save over $1,000 to $1,500. So overall, great opportunities to save a lot of money if you work a little bit harder and have a lot of extra free time if that's something you want to do. So what I'd like to hear from you is, how many teaching hours do you want to do, and what are your goals when it comes to living out here? Do you want to save a lot of money, or do you want to live a lifestyle that you really enjoy based on what you like? So I'd like to hear from you. You can leave a comments below. And otherwise, head over to ninjateacher.com if you want to get started. You can hit me up over there for options on how to get started, TEFL certifications, jobs in Asia, and I can help you out with that. You can go ahead and thumbs up this video if you found it useful. To support this channel, make sure to subscribe for more videos about living and how to teach English in Asia, and I'll make sure to put out some more good content for you guys to get started out here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.